everybody, welcome back to Spruce Hill. My name is James. Today we are working on my 1970s Case 444 garden tractor. I've made 4 other videos about this tractor. If you haven't seen those, I highly recommend you go back and watch them. If you've watched those other videos, you'll know that we pulled this out of the barn. We got it turning over, but then the generator broke. Starter generator on the other side. So we replaced that. Then, what was the next problem? We weren't getting any spark. To replace the spark plug, the coil wire, and the points. We replaced the points as well. Then the gas tank had a big hole in it. We repaired the gas tank, so that's now holding gas. And in the last video, we finally got it to run and drive back and forth, but our steering gear is stripped out. I went on eBay and I found a new to me Case 444 turning gear. So, without further ado, let's try and put this gear on. Okay guys, so it's almost time to test the steering. I think it's gonna work, but let's blow these tires up because they're pretty low. Alright guys, so we're really close to testing out the steering, seeing if it works, but our tires are a little low, so I want to pump those up just to give it the best chance that it will turn, because it's harder to turn when these tires are flat. So let's give them a little air, then we'll try to steer. Okay guys, the moment of truth. Will it steer? I'm super nervous that I'm gonna hear that clicking noise. Get up on the seat for the full experience. Okay, here we go. Okay, turns that way. Here we go, this is when it was clicking. No way. No way. It's turning. I can't believe it. All right, let's put our tools back. Then let's start this thing up. Let's take it for a drive. All right guys, so I'm gonna put some gas in this. Just wanna check the oil before we start it. Make sure we're still good. All right, we still look good on the oil. Definitely gonna need an oil change. This dipstick has an O-ring on here, so it's supposed to kinda pop in there so it doesn't come out. But when you start idling this tractor up, it starts popping out. So temporarily, we gotta figure out how we're gonna keep that dipstick in. Well, that was a lot of fun. That thing is fun to drive. It's kind of like the tractors with the power shuttle shift with that lever on the side, which is what I'm used to. You just can't flick it forward and let the tractor kind of do the rest. So it looks like ow, that's hot. Looks like our nut came off our coil here. So you can see the bolts back there, so that was jiggling around. And I never put a bolt through this hole here, and I can see the starter generator was rocking quite a bit. This tractor shakes so much when it's running. Back here, the parts tractor. As you can see, it's got the snow plow on it. This is the attachment left here, and it's chained to that, so that's how it goes up and down. Then it bolts into this bracket here, which the tractor does not have. and I don't think the tractor has the holes for this, but I want to see if I could make some holes and potentially install this plow on the tractor that's over there. Hey guys, James here. Just wanted to let you guys know that this part of the video is really long, and in the end I am not able to get the snowplow blade off the parts tractor. If you would rather not watch this, then just skip ahead to this number here. You'll be able to skip this part of the video and watch the rest. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, so I didn't film it just because it was super boring, but I got the skid steer. I moved these pallets out of the way, but it's still not enough room to get it in here. And I can't get past that pallet or that one, so I can't get to this pallet. I can come forward a little bit to where the forks are about, like the tip of them are about out here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a come along, and I'm gonna try to winch this up into where I could hook the forks to it, and then we'll try to lift it up from there. Okay guys, so if you look at this rear tire here, you can see that it is pretty low. And I tried to fill it earlier and liquid started spewing out, which means this rear tire is loaded and we can't put air in it like that. So I'm just going to swap it out. This tire was on the case that we pulled out of the woods. Lift it up so you can see it. It's red, so it'll match the other side, and the tread pattern is the same. So they're gonna match. Because right now the tractor, you can't really tell, but it's tipped a little bit because this is low, but it's also a different tread pattern. So we're gonna swap these out. Let's do that now. Alright guys, new tire is all installed. It's wet because I hosed it off before I installed it just because it was kind of dirty. So let's take this thing for a spin with the new tire. So I forgot to film this, but I put a bolt on the coil here so that the coil bracket, so it can't come out anymore like it was. stalled out on me. We had a gas? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we still got something in there. Alright guys, so as you saw, it kept stalling, and the reason is we weren't getting any spark, and that's because our wire going from our coil here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's bad at that tip right there. So every time I wiggled this wire, the machine would start, but if it was in the wrong position where it wasn't getting contact, it wasn't starting. So that's why it kept stalling. So I pulled it back in the barn. I drove it down with the hood up so it wouldn't rub against this wire. We got it in the barn. I pulled it in, that way the coil's facing this way. That way I don't have to get on the other side of the tractor to work on it tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna work on that tomorrow, get that wire all fixed. It's tomorrow. Yesterday, today was tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is tomorrow. Last night we were driving this around and it started stalling. I thought we were out of gas, put more gas in it, started it, it drove, then it stalled again, then I stopped filming. I almost made it down to the barn. I was on the gravel road and it stalled again, could not get it started. It was making no spark. The problem is we have a wire on our coil that is bad. Every time you wiggle that wire, it makes spark and the engine fires. So we got to address that this morning. Also, we're going to do an oil change on this, but we're going to start by fixing our wire, then we'll change the oil, then we'll take it for a drive. Okay guys, all done with the oil change on the case here. I'm gonna hook the jump pack up, we'll fire it up, and take it for a drive. So I was just about to drive it when I realized this belt needs to be tightened. I forgot about that, so let's go ahead and tighten that before we take it for a drive.
Five minutes later.
Well, I'm not sure what happened, but that's not good. Looks like our fuse might have blown. Let's take a look at it. Alright, I just went and got some tools. I'm going to try to get this open and replace the fuse. Alright guys, so basically the fuse exploded inside of the fuse holder here. Can you see it in there? So that's not good. Alright guys, so here's our brand new inline fuse holder here.
Ready?
Alright guys, so that's it. The case is finished, it's running, it's working. It runs hot on full throttle. When we first started it, it was on full throttle and that exhaust just turned cherry red and was literally spitting out fire. So I guess it doesn't really like the heat. But like I said, that's it. Case is running. That's it for this series. I am gonna make other videos on the case here and there because I know we will be doing some things with it. If you did like this video though, this whole series in general, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.